The question is why you should hire Summers Hospitality Group. Um, I lead a full service hospitality consultancy, and that's Summers Hospitality Group. We help restaurants and hotel operators achieve positive and sustainable growth in themselves, their people, and their business. And I think one of the key words that people tend to forget is that word that I try to use every single time, and that's the word sustainable. You can't just be one of those businesses or one of those restaurants that have a surge of success, whether it's from the opening 6 months or down the road, something happens and you find that spark, and then all of a sudden it disappears. And most of the time, I've seen restaurants that have that spark either initially or it's somewhere along their life cycle, and then they lose it, and they don't understand what happened, or they start to see a push in the business that gets them really successful, and sales are being generated, people are coming in the door, and all of a sudden it goes away, and they don't understand why it came, and they don't understand even more why it left. So that's why we work on the sustainable part. We work on creating talent, skill sets, systems, processes, everything you need, all the tools you need in order to be successful, but not just be successful today, but to be successful tomorrow, which means we work on your ability to garner the right perspective on how all the pieces are put together so that you can generate your own understanding of how that success is generated long term. I don't want you to be successful while I'm there, and then when I leave, things all fall apart, and then you wonder what happened. Or you just call me back up and come in. I don't want to keep coming back in every single time you've got a problem. I want to teach you how to generate your own success. That's my whole goal. I've been doing this for 4 decades. And I've done a lot, I've seen a lot, I've been a lot of places, I've worked on multiple projects throughout the 4 decades that I've been doing this. And that's the one thing that I try to focus on the most. The second thing I think that separates us from a lot is that I get results. I don't think, if you give me all the facts, if you give me all the information that I need in order to make a decision, I'm going to give you what the answer is. And I'm going to show you the direction you need to take in order to get there. The problem is not having all the facts, or not understanding the facts, or not understanding the right facts. But a person who has been doing this as long as I have, it doesn't take us long to see a situation, assess it, have the information given to us about what they think the cause is or what's happening with it, and to be able to make a determination about what direction we need to take the business in. It's as simple as that. The fourth thing I think that separates us from everybody else is the difference between innovation and problem solving. I'm not a problem solver. I don't want to solve problems. My mentor's line keeps ringing in my head that people who fix things are nothing more than repairman. I don't want to be a repairman. I want to be somebody that comes in, sees where you're at, and helps you innovate your business in order to take it to the next level, or the second level, or the third level. Fixing problems only gets you back to the situation you found yourself in before you realized there was a problem. So fixing the problem really doesn't do anything for you in pushing you down the road or getting you to the next level. It takes innovating your thinking and your processes and your tools and all those things that you bring to bear in order to create success. Innovating those, taken to the next level, making sure that you're generating additional value by doing what it is that you're doing differently or better, or whatever that innovation means for you, because it means different things to different people. Probably the next thing that separates us from everybody else is the return on the investment. I've always believed that no matter what you do for your business, everything's an investment. If you buy a case of pencils that you think you're going to use the business, it needs to be investment. What's the return on that purchase? So if you call me up and hire me and I come into the business, you need to expect a return on that effort. You need to expect a return on your own effort as well. And that's how operators don't see the business. They don't see cost. A lot of people call me on a daily basis and I talk about the cost of this, the cost of that, and they become those people that know the cost of everything and the value of nothing. that you just simply can't do that. You've got to understand that everything's an investment. If I'm going to pay this bill, the utility bill, what's the return on it? It may be something as simple as that, but that's how you need to train your thinking in order to understand what the return on investment means for a business operator. And you got to remember that you're in business. So why wouldn't you expect return? I try to achieve 1,000% return on every investment that somebody makes in me. And then I return that to the business, hopefully 1,000%, 1,000-fold more. That's a lot. But I think between the efforts that we engage in cost savings versus sales building, and I try to focus on more on building the top line and putting cost controls in place to make sure more flows to the bottom line. But that's where my focus is. So the return on that for me seems to be basic math. And if it isn't for you, that's where you need to train your thoughts to be from now on.